Okay, the first step in getting AgileUML is to go to the GitHub repository for AgileUML and get the executable. The executable will be called umlrsds.jar, and it is updated very frequently. So the most recent one is there, and download that. It's a relatively small file, so download that and put it in your well, there it is, and put it in a suitable directory. I've chosen to create a directory called umlrsds 20 in the downloads directory. Put the executable there, and also create a directory called output, subdirectory called output. That's going to be the directory that holds the models that umlrsds works on, that AgileUML works on, and also it holds the generated code in Java or other languages. You can run the tool using Java, so make sure that you have a Java runtime, Java JDK, at least 1.5, 1.6, but the current JDK is versions 1.9. So go to the directory that you've created and run the tool as java-jar umlrsds.jar. That brings up a menu. Here I can set the name of the application, I can load a model, I can save a model, I can create different kinds of things like classes, types, and so on. I'm going to create this basic Hello World application, which is a use case expressed as a single use case. Hello World. And it takes no input parameters, but it returns a string, which is going to be the Hello World string. And I can define that functionality by means of post conditions. So each use case gets a set of post conditions. In this case, it's a very trivial post condition. It takes in no assumptions, and it generates a result, which is the Hello World string. That's a specification. I can type check that and generate design. And if you want to generate code, then it's the build option. And the simplest option here is generating Java 4, which produces the Java 4 code of the system, and we get a specification of the use case at the end of the coding here, at the end of this class, Hello World. And I can save the model if I want to save that. Very simple little application. Save it. It gets saved in the file mm.tech. Then you can, of course, compile that class. The main class of the system is called controller. And there is also a simple user interface for it in the class GUI. And then you can run it. As any Java application, you get a simple little menu. Here there are no models to load because there's no data in the system. There's just a simple functionality all it does. So very simple. Okay, we'll go on to more interesting examples and other kinds of generation in the next part.